Hello, welcome to Yoga for Surfers. We're going to start in the center of our mat with our legs crossed, our eyes closed, and just coming into our breath. Noticing your natural rhythm and trying to match your inhales to the length of the exhales. So 5 seconds in, 5 seconds out. Just coming into this rhythm. Notice how your breath kind of sounds like its own little ocean. Your own wave coming in and out from the tide. Notice how your breath, much like the ocean, is going to continue to do this for the rest of your life. We can always count on our breath, and I think it's one of the most important things to really focus on as surfers. Something you can really take from yoga is the breath work, because when you're out there on really big days, all you can really do is try to breathe as efficiently as possible. It's probably the most practical aspect we get for surfing from yoga. So now we're going to come to the front of our mat and we're going to do a few sun salutations. So coming up, reaching your arms up to the sky, and then coming down, hinging from your hips, reaching for your toes. Slight bend in your knees, look up, and breathe out. Fold over. Inhale, step back. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana into your upward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, come into your downward facing dog. The idea with the sunset salutations is that we're linking every single movement to a breath, the inhales and the exhales. However, here we're going to take 3 breaths in our downward facing dogs. You can move your legs, walking out your dog if you want. Before stepping or hopping up to the front of your mat, inhale, look halfway up. Exhale, fold all the way over again. Before inhaling and coming up, and then bringing your hands down over your heart center in Anjali Mudra. And we're going to do that again. So bringing your arms up, hinging from your hips, exhale down. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale all the way over. Inhale as you step or hop back into your plank, and then Chaturanga Dandasana. Exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, rolling over your toes into your downward facing dog. And again, we're going to take 3 breaths here. And go ahead and step up to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale all the way over. And then you'll inhale as you come up fully. And bringing your hands into Anjali Mudra over your heart. And one last time, we will bring our arms up. Hinge from the hips, exhale down. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, fold all the way. Inhale, step or hop back into your plank, Chaturanga Dandasana, all the way down. Inhale, upward facing dog, and then we'll go ahead and exhale into our down dog. 3 more breaths here. And we will go ahead and step or hop up to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale all the way over. And then inhale, bringing your arms up to the sky and then into Anjali Mudra. And so now we're going to do the first part of the Sun Salutation A. So arms up, coming down. Exhale, inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. This is your flow. into your next pose. So upward facing dog into your downward facing dog, where we're going to come onto our forearms into our dolphin pose. And we're gonna do a little flow here between our dolphin and a plank. So matching my exhales to my plank and then inhaling back up to dolphin, and just flowing through this a few times. Next, we're going to come onto our knees and then do a little bit, just a few rounds of cat-cow. So inhaling, arching the back, exhaling, rounding it out, inhaling, arching, exhaling, rounding that out. And then from here, we're going to go into our little tiger flow. So you're going to bring left arm, right leg behind you, and then right arm, left leg behind you, up and behind. So just doing a few rounds of this, matching your breath to each movement. And next, we're going to come to lay on our bellies. So just take a second to rest here before we go into our locust position, where we're going to be lifting the arms and the legs up behind us, squeezing our core, trying to stay tight, stay upright. Come to your breath here. Take one last final deep breath before you release on the exhale. Taking a rest here before we come into our locust again. So once again, engaging the core, coming to your breath. This one is really, really good for paddling, for getting that chest up. And on your next exhale, come out and rest for a second. Push yourself up onto your knees. We'll place our big toes together and come into our froggy position. So just leaning forward with our legs bent, reaching forward if you like, but really getting into those hips. We'll be in this pose for a little longer, so you can ease into it because you'll have some time to naturally just fall deeper into it. And come into your breath again, matching your inhalations to your exhalations. 5 seconds in, 5 seconds out. And you can go ahead and shift your weight forward and kind of fall out of the pose with your legs and back onto your stomach. You're going to bend your knees and grab your feet with your hands and try to push with your feet and pulling your feet in with your upper body as well. This is your bow pose. You should feel a really nice shoulder stretch, your lats, your pecs, and as well as you're engaging your core. This is just works wonders for paddling. You can go ahead and release, and we'll come into a child's pose just for a moment. And you can take your time coming to the middle of your mat and a seated position. We're gonna do half boat pose right now, just a little flow with that. So we're going to bend our knees at a 90-degree angle. I started with my legs straight. You can do either way. But coming up with that bend and straightening and lowering, coming up, straightening, lowering, coming up. And on the next one, bringing your feet up just a little higher. You're drawing your navel in a little closer and really engaging your core, trying to hold it here for a little bit in your full boat pose. And go ahead and release. You can come into a wide-legged straddle, and first we'll lean forward. Get a nice forward seated fold. And you can come up to a more neutral position. You're going to reach your right arm to your left knee and then take that left arm and reach over your body, twist your torso up facing your arm, and really reach and feel that stretch in your side body. And we'll come out into neutral and do the same on the opposites. So bringing your left arm to your right knee and taking that right arm, reaching it over to your left. And you can go ahead and take your time coming out and then coming onto your knees. You're going to reach out that left leg. You'll place your left hand on your lower leg and you'll reach over with your right arm into your gate pose. You can go ahead and come out onto the other side, so bringing out that right foot Reaching your right arm down, and that left arm comes over this time. Gaze towards those fingers for gate pose on the other side. Okay, we can come on out, and next we're going to go into our puppy pose. So from your hands and knees, you're going to bring your arms forward and then slide yourself all the way down till your heart comes towards the floor as far as it's comfortable. Should be a really nice stretch for your shoulders, upper back. We're going to stay here a couple minutes, so get comfortable. If you'd like to deepen the stretch, you can bring your hands into a prayer mudra. Or if you need to ease off a little bit, that's good too. You can just come out of it a little. Do whatever your body's asking for right now. And as you're ready, you can go ahead and roll onto your back. And from here, we're going to go into our banana pose. First on the left. So we're going to bring our feet to the left side of our mat, our hips to the right, and our shoulders to the left. And then our arms up and extended. And if you like, you can bring your right foot over your left ankle to kind of deepen the stretch a little bit. Should be really nice for the side body, for your lats. And we'll go ahead and come into a neutral position before doing the same on the other side. So your feet are going to the right, hips to the left, arms to the right. Arms out, crossing that ankle, and coming into your breath. Trying to match the inhalations to your exhalations like earlier. And as you're ready, coming back into a neutral position before we take our Shavasana. Bringing our arms out beside us, palms facing upwards towards the sky in receiving mode. And just take in all the goodness. Notice how you're feeling, how your body feels, how your mind feels. Take note of the thoughts that are popping into your brain. We don't need to judge our thoughts. We just notice they're there and move on. And as you're ready, very slowly roll on to your right side into a fetal position. We'll rest here for a moment. You are welcome to stay here as long as you like, but if you want to end the practice together, we can come up back into our easy pose with our legs crossed, eyes still closed, and we'll come back to that equal part breath. So in 5 seconds, out 5 seconds. We'll return to the little ocean in our minds from earlier. What does it look like? Does it look the same as earlier when you started? Or is it different? Are the waves a little calmer? And we can go ahead, bring our arms up, palms together, and down to the heart. And one last time, sweeping those arms up, palms together, and bringing it down into your prayer mudra. And we will bow to seal the practice. Namaste. Thank you for joining me for Yoga for Surfers. I'd love any feedback you have. Let me know if that felt nice, if you'd like to see more of this. I really enjoyed making this, so thanks again and have a really good rest of your day. Bye.